What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're checking out the new trailer for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Guys, I really have loved rewatching. I know. Is it really? Is it actually?
Is it?
Are you just pulling some threads here, you sons of bitches? I had a really fun time rewatching all of the Mission Impossible films with you guys. I have such a deeper love and appreciation for this franchise now. I already really liked it, but I don't think I realized how much I actually love this franchise as opposed to just liking it. I've been listening to episodes of Light the Fuse podcast that they do deep dives on the making of these movies. It's been so great to listen to how Brad Bird got involved with Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Really good stuff. So I'm super excited for this movie. I know we were like, I don't even want to say lukewarm. I didn't love Dead Reckoning as much as I've loved the other ones, but I'm so excited to go into this one and to see what they're gonna do. And from the last trailer that we saw, it seems like they're really trying to pick up some threads from some of the previous films. So excited to see what they actually do. And like Augustine was pointing out, whether or not it'll actually be the last one. And if you guys want to watch those reactions, we have them all on our Patreon, all the uncuts. You can sync up your own copy, and then we have all the cut downs coming to YouTube. If you want to watch the whole thing with us, it's a fun time.
It's a really fun time. I was very lukewarm about this franchise, other than Mission Impossible 2, which is the greatest Mission Impossible movie ever made. Dead Reckoning is actually my second favorite behind that one, because I think they knocked it out of the park. I think they knocked it out of the park. Hector thinks I'm lying. Hector thinks I'm completely joking, but I'm not joking at all. So I'm really excited for this one, and seeing where that story is gonna kind of finalize and take place, and we'll see. Let's see. It looks like he's hanging off a plane off of this first frame. So I don't know.
If it's all about, if this movie is gonna like pay off a lot of story threads from all of these movies since 1996, I think we're the most fresh. We're the most refreshed we can be. So we're so ready going into this. So
I just saw Dead Reckoning last night, so I'm excited. I'm fresh.
Again.
Let's
go.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
This can't all be true.
Jesus Christ.
Every word.
Oh, damn, everyone's back.
Still in play.
CIA black phone.
This guy.
Yep.
Am I reading this correctly?
Hey,
Nick Offerman.
In fairness, the bomb was actually meant to kill him. He gassed a security brief.
Yep. This man is the personification of destiny.
This explains the handcuffs. It's still not clear why he's here. If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him. Should he choose to accept?
Smart people on every side are close to panicking.
What? Hannah Waddingham?
Cool.
Your plan.
Whoa, what the hell?
What the heck?
He's gonna team up with the entity.
Whoa!
No,
is he uploading his consciousness to the
He's going
entity?
into the grid.
Your team has been betrayed.
Tron Ares is a sequel to The Final Reckoning.
All your secrets compromised. Everything you are. Everything you've done.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh, the rabbit's foot.
You gave him an aircraft carrier?
Oh my God. We're just blending Top Gun and Mission Impossible. Let's go.
All right.
Of the sum of our choices.
Augustine, you notice how they're not using a clip from Mission Impossible 2? You notice that?
Because it's too good. Because it's too good.
It's too good.
They don't need to bring down the caliber of this by...
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I need you to trust me.
One last time.
One last time.
How many times has he said that? Let's get a one last time counter.
Yeah, I think
God
since Mission
damn.
Impossible 3,
IMAX, baby. Day one with the biggest fucking tub of popcorn I can
great.
find.
Here's the thing.
Jesus.
I don't know what we're doing in this last movie yet. Like, what are we doing?
Man, I don't
What's
think it
going
matters.
on?
I think you're going
Is it
there
like
for the
a clip
stunts,
show?
for the action, and
Yeah.
for Ethan to be unfucking stoppable.
I hope it's a clip show. I really do. I really do.
It's
That'd be
just
great.
like a clip show of all of his greatest hits.
If they're able to story wise, and I would have faith in the team that made the past couple movies. If they truly took plot elements from every single one of these movies and like weaved it together in some sort of culmination, something to do with the entity, something to do with whatever the plot of this movie is, I would have such a ball with this film. I love that kind of shit, dude. I eat that up. So this looks, in terms of the action, pretty incredible. But yeah, that moment with the entity was like batshit crazy. But you know me, dude. I like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I'm all about the batshit crazy. Let's go.
Well, I think you're right though. I think there's something to be said about Christopher McQuarrie going back to those movies and finding what is something that we could pull from each film. Yeah. What is a thread or a character or a moment? They keep showing that scene in Langley where he drops in and that guy finds that knife. Like, why do you keep showing us that? Does it have to do with the knock list? Does it have to do with that character? Does it have to do with, just the general events of that film? I love that. I think that's so cool that they're going back and showing us all that stuff. And I'm just going through frame by frame through this trailer. I see a piece of paper that has May 22nd, 1996 written on it. So there's going to be stuff that will go back all the way, to that first movie. That is exciting to me. It's exciting to see that that Christopher McQuarrie is going to pull on any thread he can. And it does in a lot of ways kind of make it seem like it's bringing finality to this franchise, to this series of movies. And maybe it actually will be Ethan Hunt's or Tom Cruise's last film as this character. And I also don't think that just because it could be the last movie, it doesn't mean that Ethan Hunt will die. It doesn't mean that Luther will die. It doesn't mean that any of the supporting characters will die. It just means that Ethan Hunt becomes a different type of character in the franchise, or he retires, or whatever happens. So that's kind of exciting to potentially discover what is next for this character. Like, what other journey does he go on? Another character that pops up, the guy from Langley himself, that actual CIA agent, is in the trailer. So cool. But so
what part of the trailer is he in?
So it's that sequence where they show the entity showing all these quick clips of stuff. If you frame by frame
I'm on there. Yeah.
Like I am, they're showing a lot of stuff. So there's things from plenty of
today. It's not just a footage from 1996. It's like they
brought him back. It's like current modern day stuff. Because remember, Kittridge says send him to Alaska. They're pulling all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And I love that we're seeing some great actors in some TV shows I've loved the past couple of years. Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso's in this.
So good.
The great actor. His name escapes my memory, but everyone just loved him in Severance. He has been a breakout star in Severance. Let me look up the actor's name. Trammell Tillman has been blowing it up, dude. Good for this actor. He's so good in Severance, and it's really cool to see him in this. It's great to see these actors that we really enjoy in something else pop up, and they have a scene with Ethan Hunt in a Mission Impossible movie. You're like, how great is this? It's like these movies have been pretty impeccably cast. I think really since the third one going forward. No shade to movies 1 and 2, but I think that movie 3 had such a great.
Hector, you're gonna lose a friend here soon.
I'm just saying. Let me. I'll give you the example. Okay, as great as what's his name, Doug Ray Scott was, as good as he is as an actor. I feel like bringing in a Philip Seymour Hoffman to play the villain and so on, or bringing back Simon Pegg in a bigger capacity in part 4 and looping in, your Jeremy Renners and your Alec Baldwins and your especially Angela Bassett's, and to continue to kind of come back to them. I hope we see Lawrence Fishburne in this. I think that'd be wild. I think that'd be great.
That'd be crazy.
It's just, I'm just saying that I love that this team is able to find these actors that we love. And then all of a sudden, you just saw them in season two of Severance, and you loved them, and then they're interacting with the Ethan Hunt, and it's just very, very exciting. So, the movie looks pretty outstanding, and I hope it all comes together, dude. We're there.
I think Tom Cruise needs to win the Oscar just for his running. He deserves it, man. Just his form and function for the way he runs is just incredible. And I think this I hope that with the ends, because I feel like this might be the end, because it feels kind of like a clip show of everything Ethan has done. I hope that this type of filmmaking though doesn't go away with like the mega practical stunts. And I don't know if there's, like, I think I've said this before, but I don't know if there's any other actor in Hollywood that they would let do this type of stunt or even wants to do this type of stunt. So if this is the end, I'm going to be sad, because Tom Cruise brings that fucking sauce, dude. He brings that fucking riz to filmmaking, and you know, I don't see a lot of people doing it, but hopefully the franchise at least carries on that energy. Yeah, and whatever it turns into, because I don't think it's going to be the end of the franchise. I think it's just going to be the end of Tom Cruise's role as the main guy. Right. I'm hoping to see him back as maybe like the leader of an IMF group or something like that. In that capacity, and whoever is taking over, I'm hoping it's like a new team of people that takes over has that spark, that energy that the production Tom Cruise brings has. So we'll see. I don't know.
It is a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure because, like you're saying, Tom Cruise is one of the only guys that wants to or is allowed to do this kind of stuff. And I don't know who Paramount would entrust to do the level of stunts that he does. Nobody. He spent 40 plus years building his career, becoming a producer, becoming like the key component of Mission Impossible. There would be no Mission Impossible without Tom Cruise. It just would not be. It would not happen. And if it would happen, it would not be to the level that it's at now. So and likewise with Christopher McQuarrie, you know, like it's thanks to JJ that it was kind of like softly rebooted into what it was, and then Brad Bird picking up that baton and them allowing every director to kind of have their own take at Mission Impossible was to their benefit. Like it really, really helped. So I don't want it to end, because I would love to see Tom Cruise continue to make these things, but we also have to be realistic. We talk about this a lot.
He's 85
He's getting
years
up
old.
there. He's getting up there in age, and that doesn't mean that he's going to stop doing big movies like this. Like I think he has a movie already lined up that he's doing now. I think it's with Doug Liman or another director. And you know those stunts are going to be absolutely insane, but they could be a different type of stunt. They may not be something where he has to be so physical, on the ground, running, fighting. It could be another thing. You know, you look at Top Gun Maverick. Those stunts were incredible. Those were a different type of stunt. They weren't exactly him being like the action hero combat type of guy. It was him, you know, it was them doing all that flying stuff. So, we'll see. Cannot wait to see this movie though. Holy shit. It's going to be a really fun time, and it's going to feel so good after going through all those movies as well to really get that really full rounded experience. But guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What are you looking forward to seeing, or if there's a thread from any Mission Impossible film that you hope is touched on in this movie, let us know what that could be. Check out everything else we're watching, including all the Mission Impossible films. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
That's why we are watching.